All right. Starting the recording, and if you'll recall, we left off with you guys getting the twin planets of Orpheus and Kelna to open a portal for you straight to the planet Depth, which is where the next part of the last part of the Book of Creation is said to be hidden, and the get rid of that, and the portal opens up on one of the floating islands. Depth is known for floating islands above the actual ocean world. The planet itself is actually covered in an ocean, but there are land masses that are floating above the ocean, and that is actually where the vast majority of the population that resides on Depth keep their houses and buildings and stuff on these floating islands. And so the portal actually opens up where Blue had asked for them to open it, which was near the temple where the Shavra egg was kept by the Naga. And so when you step through the portal, you find that it looks like there had been an attack upon the temple. It is in ruins, and there's lots of debris, shattered bridges that are used to go from island to island, and just the structure of the temple itself has just been basically destroyed for the most part. A few Naga are still. Are we losing folks? Looks like we're losing folks.
No, I think Mark was just bouncing.
A few Naga are still.
Yeah. I'm sorry. When I have to mute, I have to leave the call and come back. Sorry about that. It's the best I can do. Sorry.
All right. So there are a few Naga that are still around on these islands, and so when you appear, the Naga basically say, welcome back, Blue. They seem to ignore the rest of you, and basically just address Blue directly. But when Blue gets close enough to talk to one, he notices that not only are they acting weird, but they have some kind of mechanical attachment on the back of their skull and down their spine that strongly resembles the Reen technology that you've seen already, and that Blue has as one of his hands. One of his arms. So clearly the attack that happened here was a Reen attack, and they have apparently made drones of at least a couple of these Naga that you have seen up close. So that's pretty much where we left off. Oh, and there was a dragon that was nearby, and the dragon is actually one of the transports that are used by the Naga to get from island to island when you're traversing greater distances that can't be spanned by bridges. So there is on the left-hand side of the map there's a dragon that is kind of hovering there. So also everybody give me a perception challenge roll with a Bane, unless you have any type of profession that you would know anything about dragons. So animal handling, I would accept.
So tracker, out of the question?
That's stretching it, but I'll allow it.
Profession marketing?
Marketing, no.
Damn.
Dancer?
Dancer?
Are we on that map or no?
What about religion?
Oh, sorry, you are not on the map, so let me put you on.
Okay, I'm just making sure I was the only one.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure.
Okay, now you're on.
All right, perception. I can do that. Sorry.
No.
There we go. I perceive.
Okay. And that's three of you. Mark, you want to throw it in there for shits and giggles?
A perception roll, you said?
Sure. Is your guy even out there?
Nope.
Oh,
No.
that's a problem. Let's get him out of there.
Is it?
Yeah, really. Isn't it really better just for everyone?
All right, Zorro. I choose you. And I choose you on the token layer, not the GM layer. All right, T-Bot. We're going to have you go bye-bye for now. Hopefully Robert can find his way to us later.
No boons or banes, correct?
One Bane.
Unless you have a profession.
Yeah, if you have a profession that let me expand that to if you have a profession that works with animals, the more exotic animal, the better.
All right, I'm gonna give myself a bane.
I have nature, but I gave myself the bane and rolled a 6 anyway, so don't worry about it.
All right. Well, that's okay because we have a couple of successes there anyway. And appropriately, Blue and Baranora made it. So what? Baranora, you're looking at it as a tracker. You're seeing the movement of the dragon, and it just seems to be not right. It seems to be hovering there, but it doesn't seem to be flapping its wings strong enough to keep it aloft. So it's just, you're not exactly understanding how it's not plummeting to the ocean below. Blue, you're looking at the dragon and you're you're noticing that also, but you're also noticing that the dragon doesn't quite look right. Doesn't really look like the dragons that you recall before you left your world. It's almost like somebody tried to describe what a dragon looks like to somebody else and they drew it, but it doesn't quite match.
Does it look sort of like the angel iron angels that weren't iron angel replicas?
Well,
or not? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. No, it doesn't look like that. It does look like a flying reptile. It just doesn't quite look like the dragons you're familiar with. Now, of course, you could chalk that off as maybe that's from another part of the world that you haven't been to. But that plus the weird way it's hovering.
Yeah.
Just
does the movements almost look mechanical?
Say again?
Does the movements almost look more mechanical than actual alive?
It kind of does. Yeah. Oh, and Blue, ever since you popped through the portal here and hit 9th level, the chatter that you're hearing from your hand has grown almost crystal clear.
All right.
And as you're kind of listening to it, you're almost unconsciously switching through channels. Kind of like you had a remote control and you're just, basically flipping through the channels. Mm-hmm. And you're hearing a variety of different conversations going on throughout the Reen network. And you feel like you could probably interject into any one of the conversations rather easily.
Okay. Do I hit any station that talks about or that is talking about where we're at now, at depth?
Just as soon as you think about that, it kind of goes through this fast channel search,
mm-hmm.
and then it slows down and stops on a particular channel, and you hear the typical robotic Reen voice or voices. They all sound the same. There's no differentiation between individual Reen because they all use the same voice modulator. So it sounds like one Reen basically talking to himself, but it's obviously multiple multiple Reen. And as you're listening in, you can almost visualize a conversation. You actually see designations for each of the voices, kind of in your vision. And you with your other hand, you're kind of like swiping in the air at these designations that are like floating in the air. But there's nothing there, so you're actually seeing things that aren't there. But
Hmm.
you know it's related to what you're hearing from your arm. And once you get past that weirdness and you start listening to what they're talking about, the chatter is talking about capturing the alien life forms alive, ensuring that they have uh, the artifact that Master Cronus is waiting for, and delivering them to him on asteroid. And it gives this big long designation, but at the very end it says Avalax.
Avalax.
Yeah, Aflac. No, Avalax.
Yeah. All right, Avalax the asteroid, which is his head, I would imagine. All right. Okay, I'm not going to interject anything at the moment. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait and see, because right when we left last time, I had kind of talked Baranora. I had given Baranora the heads up that I thought about the Nagas being fake, and had reminded her that she could, or told her she could treat it with the same hospitality that she had treated our friend with, that she chopped in half. And so I think that's kind of where we left off our conversation.
Right. So, Blue, as you've been distracted for a minute or so with all this happening in your head
Yeah.
and in your, you kind of snap out of it when your party members notice that the Naga seem to be converging on your guys' location, and they seem to have weapons drawn, and they don't look like they are coming towards you um, in a friendly manner.
Okay.
I attack.
We can be non-friendly also.
Okay. So yeah, they're definitely coming at you in an aggressive manner. Blue, however, you also note that these guys, even though they have weapons, the Naga don't look like your typical Naga warrior. A typical Naga warrior is very distinctive. He's obviously physically superior specimen than your typical Naga commoner. This actually looks more like a bunch of commoners have been thrown some spears and placed here for some reason.
Understood.
I yell at Blue that the dragon is acting mechanically. I think it might be a Reen.
I agree. It is definitely not the dragon that I left in it is not like the dragons I left in my homeland. I fear that these Naga have been corrupted, and we must rid our world of them.
All right, get yourself up on the board, and we will get this party started.
There's no way to react tactically to this like very quickly as far as shouting commands to each other now. Is there like use
We're
this?
surrounded. We're in a tiny little spot. Really? Yeah.
Well, tell me what
Yeah, I
you
mean,
want
I
to
would
do, Mark.
say that we could.
Well, I just didn't know. I don't know if these bridges that are here to our south is something that can be crossed or not, or if everything's floating.
From the looks of it,
Everything is floating.
yeah, all the island masses are floating.
We're in the sky and the clouds up above the ocean.
That's what I thought you said. So I was trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
All right.
that's why there are clouds below some of the rocks to give you that perspective. So when you look, when you're up, well, you're not currently, but if you were to go up to, like, say, this bridge right here and look through the holes in the planks, you would be looking down probably several thousand feet to the ocean below.
Okay.
You can make it.
Is that a Naga that's right next to it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
one there, and there's one right here next to Vorvon, and one here next to Baranora.
And next to you.
Yeah, and next to Zora. I would think that the best thing would be defend this little chunk of island before this. Don't even worry about these steps. Just hang out down here and let them keep coming to us until that's no longer working.
Right. And all I was asking was, before we're putting up our initiatives, is there even 2 seconds to say anything like quickly to each other to figure that out? Is all I was trying to get at.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
you have time because these guys are moving towards you menacingly, but not quickly.
All right.
Feel bad for this poor Naga over here.
Yeah, in fact,
He's got to
it's funny
jump.
because you see him go up to the edge, and he's kind of looking down like, should I do it?
He could jump from over here, though. That's only like 3 feet.
Should I do it? Yeah, so we'll get to him shortly. All right, so you guys are, as always, you are first in the turn order, as it was meant to be. So let me put this in A to Z order. There we go. And we have 2 fast turns to go through. Barnora and Blue. Who wants to start us off?
Go ahead, Blue. Your attacks are always a lot more complicated.
All right, I'm measuring. 3, 5. All right, can't do that yet. Okay. I'm just deciding if I want to go. I don't think it. If they're just commoners, I'm not going to go all out. I'm actually going to do the exact opposite of what I just said I was going to do. And I am going to charge to here and hit this guy that's north of me, the green guy above me, with a. Oh, let's go with a venomous bite.
Okay.
Get ready for that Naga on Naga action.
I'm going to do the thing that gives me insanity if I miss. 18 defense.
18 defense is a hit, I believe.
All right. He takes 1 damage, and he needs to make a strength challenge roll.
I have a feeling I'm going to roll really bad tonight.
Strength challenge roll away. That's
All
a
right.
failure.
Now poison for 1 minute.
Okay, do not get
And at
poisoned.
the end, I don't know. Let me look what I got here.
You are a Naga, right?
Yeah, I don't think I have immunities. I'm looking. No,
Well-
I don't have any immunities listed.
Okay. Then he
You
is poisoned.
personally, you do from being a paladin.
Yeah, well,
Other than that, a regular
dog.
Naga doesn't have a poison immunity.
I don't have a thing that's called, because when you get it, one it's called immunity is the bolt header or whatever. I don't have that as a talent.
Gotcha.
I have the other one. All right, anyway. All right, so he becomes poisoned for 1 minute. At the end of each round, you can make a will challenge roll or he gains 1 insanity. The only reason that's important is because it can also make him frightened, which would be a second bane.
Well, I'm just going to push the poison affliction on the character sheet and let the sheet worry about it.
Okay. All right, perfect. All right, then after I make an attack, I can cast a spell because of spell fighting. And I'm going to cast Augmented Attack and use my Reen Claw to hit that same gentleman in the face. Ooh, only a 13 that time.
Oh, that was a miss. No, I'm
All
sorry. I'm
right.
sorry. Back up. That actually hits. That does hit.
All right, 4 damage then.
All right. So a total of 5, correct?
Yeah, I'm going to Divine Smite him for 1 additional die. So take an additional 2.
All right.
And then I'm done. Let's see what else I can write all these down.
Yeah, he's actually stepping into your attacks, so he's rather easy to hit. It seems.
Okay.
It seems
All
like he
right.
doesn't know how to defend himself too well.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, so that was Master Blue. So how about Baranora?
I'm going to attack the guy right in front of me that's facing away from me.
Okay.
16 plus 3, 19.
That's a hit.
Now, all right. Let me figure out how many dice I actually use this time around.
All of them. Use all the dice.
It's because if I take a Bane, which I did, I get an extra 2d6. I had to remember.
Sweet.
6, 2.
Yeah, I'm also on my turn. I'm going to use a triggered action and invoke the Cosmic Egg.
Invoking the egg.
So for the next minute, there's a Bane to attack me by anybody, and I can recognize illusions for what they are, see invisible creatures and objects in vision.
Okay. So, yeah. How long does that last? For 1 minute.
That lasts for a minute, and I can use it 6 times a day.
Gotcha. Okay. Hold that in your back pocket for now.
I am, no problem.
All right, Baranora. What damage did you end up dealing?
27.
Okay. The Naga's head goes flying off in this direction over here and basically just falls and plummets down to the ocean. The rest of the Naga stands there for a moment, and you see the mechanical connections that are attached to its spine are sputtering with sparks from where you severed it, the head. And it seems to still be controlling the body, but it is obviously not controlling it very well. So it kind of slithers here and there for a moment, and then it just drops to the ground, and it's just like, the whole body is just like spasming out of control.
I'm okay with that.
I look over my shoulder and say, yeah, that's not what happens when we die normally.
It's not that funny.
Well, it might be, but it doesn't look like that.
Okay, so that was Baranora. We have one. Excuse me, we have one Naga that will go fast, and that's the one that's on Zoro and Vorvon. And Vorvon, I believe he's going to slither up to you, and he is bringing his spear up. And when he does, you can see that his hands are kind of when you notice his attack, you notice his hands and his spear. His hands are holding the spear, but you also notice that his hands also have mechanical growths coming out of them, and basically attaching the hand to the spear shaft so that it can't let go of the spear. And so it is going to try to gig you with that spear. With a 16 to hit. And that's a miss, correct?
That's a miss, correct?
18?
With my, yeah.
Alrighty, so he the spear basically comes right next to your face, misses you by that much, and again, it's very mechanical, not really very efficient or very professional as a normal warrior would be. So that was that dude down there. This dude is just going to slither up to here on the fast turn. This dude is going to back up, and then he's going to take a flying leap and try to make it to here. And rather than looking up the rules, I'm going to give him an agility challenge roll with a Bane. And if he makes it, he hits it. If he misses, then he is plummeting. All right. He launches himself across and he barely hits the edge. In fact, he has to shove his spear in the in the side of the island, and he's kind of dangling there by the spear. Okay, so that is that dude. Then we have one other guy that's going to go on fast, and that's him, since he's right next to Blue. And he also is going to hit you with his... he's going to try to hit you, but he fails miserably. Okay, so that's all the drones that are going to go on the fast turn. Now slow turns. Zorro or Vorvon, who wants to go?
He can go.
So that guy that jumped is hanging on.
The guy that jumped is over here.
Yeah, and he's hanging on the edge.
Oh, he is hanging on the edge.
Yeah.
He's got a spear, and he's just kind of dangling off the off the side.
How many combatants do we have?
Total, you have one. You have two actually in front of you. You have one dangling. Blue has three. Blue has three in his area, and then there are three more behind you on the temple.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Steve.
Yep. I always have the PDF open.
Just wait until you hit the new info button on the game that I'm building.
Can't wait.
I'm trying, and we'll see if it all works, so I can use it as a good play place for people.
All right, Vorvon, looks like you decided to move away.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
Trying to think if I should drop something down yet or not.
If it has a chance of eating our face, I would ask you to restrain yourself.
Yeah, it does. Well, I guess I'll just be defensive right there. I will take cover behind something, by columns and stuff.
Okay.
Should take cover behind me.
He was.
Well, it depends on how angry you get.
I'm not berserk yet, so.
The key word there is yet.
Yeah, it's usually a matter of time, I think.
Well, they just got to attack me. I haven't chosen to go berserk yet. I'm still fighting normal with tactics.
I don't know what you're hiding from. You got 20 more health than I do.
All right, Vorvon, we will come back to you if necessary. Then we have Zorro. You're up.
What you got, Zorro? Cricket. No voice.
Hanging out with Catherine Zeta-Jones at the moment.
We can't hear you.
Mark, we choose you. Can't hear you. That poor guy. I need to send
How about that?
I need to send him my spare headset.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, now I can hear you.
All right.
And we can see you.
It's your turn.
All right, I know. I've been talking to you guys. It's just that it was all lagged up, and it's my connection tonight, not the headset. I don't
really?
think.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, looks like Robert's joined us.
Mark, it's your turn, bud.
Yeah, I know. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
I just have the one guy in front of me. Is that accurate?
No,
You
two.
get two.
Oh, there are two there.
Yep.
All right, let's see.
Do you guys keep your maps zoomed out so that you can see the whole battlefield, or do you zoom into your little Your little
I can do either.
I'm about half and half.
I do where I can see our whole party so that I can see how I can help my party and then which ones of us are wusses. No, I'm kidding. No. I want to be able to see everybody in the party, so that's how far I zoom out. And
Yeah,
I couldn't tell if the one
I'm at 70. If that makes a difference.
I couldn't tell if that was a rock next to me or if that was a second guy. I'm going to go ahead and attempt to do this.
Oh, sweet.
And I want to try to, if it's possible, hit these two that are right in front of me.
If you put it right there, where I just made a little circle,
Yeah.
I think you'll get those two and the one who's hanging on to the spear.
All right. That's what I'd like to try to do, is brush them off if I can.
Okay, so tell me where you're going to place it. What point are you centering it on? Right there. Okay,
Yes.
so let me just draw a little circle there, or a square, right there, right?
Which layer are you on?
Probably the wrong one. The wrong one, of course.
It sounded like you were drawing something, but I didn't see it.
There we go. Okay, so that's the point you're putting it on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the description said cylinder.
Actually, it's one lower than that. Go one space down.
Right there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so let's see, what was that description again? 4 yards tall with a radius of 4 yards. Okay, so that would hit those three. And then what does it do? They have to make a strength challenge roll. Got it. So here's the first one. Any banes?
Size one is a bane.
All right, first one fails. Second one fails. And last one fails. All right, so what happens next? They fall prone and are moved 11 yards away from the origin point. So that basically blows these guys right off the island. And it blows this guy onto the island. He smacks that, the side of that, the base of that temple, rolls him up the side and blows him back. See, 1, 2, 3. Say 1 square for going up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And he hits his head along all these columns in a rather comedic fashion. And do you take any damage from that? 6 damage. Plus an extra d6 per 5 yards remaining in this movement.
That's if he hits a wall or something.
Oh, okay. So just straight up 6 points. So let me take that off. All right. So yeah, he's pushed way back there. The other two are just blown right off the island, and they fall. Actually, they might. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me measure this out. This guy was there, right? All right, so he goes there, and then yeah, they fall right over the edge. Woohoo!
Hey, Baranora, we may have miscalculated.
I kind of figured as much. I was prepared to roll.
I just noticed that you were right there. For some reason, I thought you were like 4 or you were 5 away.
Strength, so I got a 15 plus 3. So that's
All right, so you're okay. Then we just need to check the one.
minus 2, so 16.
You're
So you're
good.
good.
So
But
nothing happens on a success.
The Naga in front of him still needs to check also.
Oh, he's
It's
dead.
dead. Yeah.
Oh, he's dead? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got a poison marker on him, and that's not the one that I poisoned, just so you know.
That's actually a marker I use for death.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. I thought you were putting a poison one on him.
Actually, this is the poison one, right?
Just north of me. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to put something on him to remind me. I do have the attribute selected, or the affliction.
Yeah.
Okay. What else you got, Zorro? You're going slow, so you can take a move if you want.
We lost you again.
Where is poison? Poison. Robert, can you hear us?
Yes.
All right, cool. Welcome.
Mark, you doing anything?
Yeah, I want to move if you can hear me.
All right, go ahead and do your move while Robert's doing his thing.
All right. Up the stairs is how many feet? Is that like up 10 feet or is it 20 feet or?
No, it's just roughly about 5 feet or so.
Okay.
So 1 yard. 2 yards. We'll call it 2 yards. All right. Robert, you're gonna join us on the turn order?
Oh, I can do that.
We're in slow phase.
I can wait for next turn. We can use his token though.
No, bad guys haven't gone yet, so you can pop.
Does his token? Is it back?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Let's see. Maybe I'll conjure a feast. That might be good.
Okay. Who
Can you guys
are you feeding?
I'm coming up with something. Don't worry. Okay. Oh, wait. That's short range. I'm not in short range of anything. Or am I?
Short range against who? Who are you?
Who is that?
That's your teammate.
Which teammate?
At Zorro.
Mark.
Oh, well, I can hit him.
Closest guy to you would be this dude over here. To the right.
6 squares is 6 yards.
Yep. And it's just outside of short range.
Unless I move over to there. So I will move to there, kind of hanging on the edge.
Okay.
And I will throw a wrench into this guy's parade plans.
All right.
Something. Magic wrench, do your stuff.
That is awesome, and it hits the dude right upside the head. Let's see, what is it? He make an intelligence, attack roll against defense. Okay, so and he falls prone. All right. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give him an agility challenge roll, and if he fails, he's going to go over the edge. No, he doesn't. So he just falls down onto the bridge. But you clocked him in the head with 5 damage with your magic wrench. What happens to the wrench, incidentally? Does that just disappear? Does it fall to the ground? Can you make like a pile of magic wrenches if you keep throwing the spell, or what?
It doesn't say. I'm assuming it's going to disappear at some point, though.
Okay. All right. So that was T-Bot, and Zoro's gone. So now the rest of my dudes are going to go. So he's going to move there. He's going to move here. These guys are going to approach 2, 3, 4, 5. How far can they move? 8. Right there.
All right, I'm alive again. Sorry about that.
Okay. 2 on blue. On blue.
3 on blue.
Bane because of the cosmic egg, but that doesn't hit anyway.
One of them already went fast.
All right. Well, there's 3
okay.
surrounding me.
That's a miss. So the first one missed you. The second one. Second one appears to have hit.
He still has a boon from cosmic egg, so cosmic egg
Cosmic egg. I'm sorry. What does that do?
makes him have a bane to attack. Everybody in the world has a bane to attack me.
Everybody. Everybody. Okay, so here's his bane. I said, here's his bane. Thank you.
All right, that misses.
All right. So he just barely misses you with his robotic attack. And let's see, who else we got? We got 3 on Vorvon. All right, Vorvon.
I have a bane to attack me because I went defensive.
A bane. Gotcha. All right, first one. Misses. Second one. Misses. These guys are really terrible. They're like the worst Naga ever. Blue's actually getting embarrassed.
I'm actually thinking about trying to tear the metal thing off of their back and seeing if it'll.
Okay, so the third one looks like connected with Vorvon with a 20 and does 6 points of damage to you from a spear. And at the end of the turn, Blue, you hear chatter coming from your arm, the same channel that you were on, and it says, bring the ship in for removal of the aliens. And as you hear that, the dragon begins turning in its weird hovering manner, and it starts to move in your guys' direction.
All right, I'm going through that same channel. I'm going to say, hold that order.
Okay, so it moves a few spaces and then it seems to stop. And you hear a corresponding voice say, order belayed. Okay, so that was the end of that round. Next round, get your guys up on the board.
Can you guys hear me yet, by the way?
Yes, right now I can.
Yay.
Yay, I can go on a slow turn.
It's what I'm deciding if I want to do. I can slow turn and attack everybody.
There
Farnor,
you
you're
go.
not used to going slow.
No, as Berserk, I have to go fast. So that's why I'm like, I get to go slow.
I'm actually going to go fast anyway.
All right. So let's get this in order. A to Z. There we go. So Vorvon or Blue, who wants to go first?
I'll go. I want to try something out. So I'm going to use my triggered action to move a space. And then I am going to cast Strike the Lightning. And so anything that I designate, I speed up and I start running around in circles, flailing at people with my Reen arm.
Nice.
And everybody within anybody I designate within 4 takes 12 damage, which will be the 3 Reen next to me, Buddy Reen up top. Oops, not there. It's from a space I can reach. No, I can't. Yeah, I can reach that one. The corner. The center messes with me. Yeah, so 1 Reen, 2 Reen, 3 Reen. Yeah, it's all 6 of these Reen up top.
Agility challenge rolls with 2 banes.
Challenge roll with 2 banes. The poisoned one has 3, or they take 12 damage.
They each take 12. So this dude falls. This dude falls. Come on. No, that's not what I did. That's what I did. That dude does not fall.
This is the girl. No.
And none of these guys up here fall. They have not been hit yet.
I get to. And then after that, I get to move up to half of my speed, and it does not provoke does not trigger free attacks.
Okay.
So I'm gonna.
All right, sweet. Vorvon, what you got?
Attacking defensively, and I'll attack the one.
Long day at the office, Robert?
Missed him.
What was that?
Long day at the office?
Ended up being that way somehow.
I feel you.
Man, there's a lot that goes into growing weed.
I'm sure there is.
What did I miss for those 3 seconds I was gone?
A job I'm working on is a grow facility for weed in Oklahoma.
One of the
I'd say there is a lot that goes into that.
One of the legal kind, I'm sure.
Purely medicinal is the legal definition. There's going to be an epidemic in this state, though, so.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Everyone will have glaucoma in Oklahoma.
Of course. Okay.
Well, surprisingly,
Vorvon,
everybody thought that was going to happen here in Arizona, but it didn't. When Arizona legalized it.
Oh, yeah. Everybody thinks the worst.
all right, Vorvon, looks like you swung with a sword and missed. What else you got?
I went defensive as well.
All right. In that case, let's move on to the the drone, Naga drones, and they will attack. This dude is going to attack blue since he's right next to you.
Don't forget you have a Naga, looks like the top left-hand corner.
Yeah.
You didn't move him last time.
Who did I not move?
There's one in the top left.
Oh, yeah.
I'm too zoomed in. Oh, yeah. Actually, Blue, he's the guy that seems to be issuing the order to bring the dragon over.
Oh, okay.
So he's a bit preoccupied. Okay, so let's see. One dude swung at Blue and missed. The other guy swings at the other two swing at Vorvon. So the first one.
They have a bane on their attack.
Okay. That was that was an 18. So any banes would cause them to miss automatically. Second dude. with a Bane is a miss as well. So they just kind of poking at the air right now. And the third guy is this guy over here. He is repeating his order. Why have you stopped the ship? Who issued that counter command?
Your Lord and Master, Blue.
Danger, Will Robinson.
Blue has not been added to the roster of superior command units.
Then why did the ship stop?
It's searching the latest command
Database.
updates. Okay, so that was my fast turn. So everybody else go. Zorro, Baranor, and T-Bot.
Zoro's reconnecting, so Baranora is moving halfway across the board.
I'm going to attack that guy.
It's a good plan. I like it.
16.
Hits.
As a priest, I'd give you a prayer, but I'm not, so I won't.
$28.
Okay, you chop that dude in half as well. The humanoid torso part goes this way. The snake bottom part goes that way. And again, they violently convulse as they go their separate ways.
I Spartan kick the body off the
off the edge. Okay, cool.
the ground. Yep.
That the snake part goes tumbling over the edge, while the top torso part is just kind of twitching on the side there. All right, that was Baranora, Zorro, or T-Bot. You're up.
I'm gonna conjure a little monster.
A little is in small or
Small.
tiny?
Small.
Where are you going to put him? Oh, crap. I don't have a small monster? Really?
Where did the lizard guy that was talking go to?
Baranora's axe.
Axe and rapier.
Oh. That was quick.
Have you met Baranora? This is what he does.
I'm not even doing full damage right now because I'm not berserk.
Okay, I will. Oh, I don't have the monster yet.
All right, so I'll throw a flump out there. Why not? Where are you going to put him?
Make it look like a Teletubby.
I don't think I can grab him if that's the thing that I think is the thing.
Yeah, I'll get to it. Where would you like to put him?
Oh, just I guess there.
Well, hold on. Let me just give you control of him here. All right, you got control. So put him where you want him. Do you have the stats for a small monster?
I believe so, but I will double. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, you got a small, weird-looking floating monster thingy. And he appears in the slow turn, so he can do something. What are you going to have him do?
I guess I'll have him attack the thing.
All right.
That thing.
Yes, that would be a Naga drone. So swing away, or flail away, or whatever it does.
Come flail away.
Come flail away. That is a hit, sir. All right, so, and it takes an additional point of damage from the damage it took earlier. It looks pretty roughed up, but it seems to be nonplussed about it. It doesn't seem to really be bothered by wounds it's taking, even though it's bleeding profusely. And is that it for Zorro and T-Bot?
That was T-Bot.
Yep. Okay.
So Zorro.
Is there a Naga still behind me here?
Yes.
There's
right.
one in front of you in south, and there are 3 kind of behind you in north.
Right.
All right, Zorro, what you doing? Did you lose audio?
Yeah, I think you did.
Lost audio, Mark. And he's back.
Hey, I'm sorry about that, guys.
No,
No
nothing.
worries. What you gonna have Zorro do?
I'm attempting to shoot at the Naga that is near this little bridge here.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
And I'm going to first shoot him with the 6-shooter.
Okay.
I'm assuming that misses.
No, that is a hit, actually.
Wow. Yes, I do want to use spell fighting. And then we will
Actually,
cast.
it appears to be unnecessary as you nail him right in between the eyes, and the guy goes down again, flailing madly, and eventually the flailing stops and he dies pathetically. All right, what else you
didn't
got?
flail hard enough.
You could still spell fight at one of the other guys if you wanted to.
Yeah, I know. That's my plan. Can you all still hear me? I know this is going in and out, and I apologize.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I hear.
I'm very sorry about all that. When you use a spell like ensnaring vines, can I pick and choose, or will that attack my friends as well?
And not unless it says it in the description. If it says all creatures or all targets or something like that, it's everybody.
It says up to 5 creatures within medium range. Vines erupt under the targets.
Yeah, up to 5 means you can designate any up number up to 5.
Excellent. Then I would like to do that. To the Nagas that are all around you guys. There's like 3 of them there, correct?
Yep.
So
So agility rolls with 1 bane is what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
All right, first one. Second one. And last one. All 3 fail and are entwined in your vines. So that makes them immobilized, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So that just means that they can't move. They can still, I believe they can still attack if they have somebody within reach.
Yeah,
Yep.
their speed is reduced to 0
Yep.
and cannot
that-
be increased.
You all
Wouldn't that
have 1 boon on attack rolls against an immobilized creature. So you all currently have a boon to attack those 3.
You're
All right.
welcome.
Well done. Okay, that's the end of the round. Anything happened at the end of the round for anybody?
No, I just couldn't invoke the egg, just lowers by a round.
I'm just used to Baranora checking her sanity at the end of every round.
Yeah, we're good right now. I'm not
All right.
doing any crazy things.
All right. All right. Let's get this next round up on the board. All right. Fast. Lots of fast going on here. So let's get that going with Vorvon, T-Bot, or Blue.
I'll just go defensive.
All right, ready for fast?
Swing out defensively.
Sorry, John, what'd you say?
I was just swinging at the nearest one next to me, but I'm fighting defensively.
Okay.
And I'm trying to take cover behind these columns.
So this dude?
Right.
Okay. That's a hit for 8 damage. He goes down.
All right. You want to have your monster attack their T-bot? See if it kills that other one. That'll determine more what I do.
I doubt it will, but I'll give it a shot.
They already took 12 damage from a spell earlier.
I'm going to guess no.
Actually, yes, that is what you need to hit.
Boy, these guys suck. Okay, well, 1 point.
All right, he takes the 1 point of damage. He again looking pretty rough, bleeding from various wounds, but still standing and poking away like it didn't matter.
Okay. Triggered action, I'm going to step in between the 2 of them.
Okay.
And on the one that he just attacked, which is this one here, I will use an attack, and I will use Feat of Will to modify it. I'm going to use my Reen Claw. That gives me a boon. And Insanity is another boon. 4 damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to blow a Divine Smite to hopefully make sure he dies for an extra 5.
Yep.
So it's a total of 9 against that one.
Yep, he goes down.
All right, then I'm going to use my spell fighting goofy thing where after I make an attack, I can cast a spell. And I will use... Which one? Let's strike the soul. Venomous Bite. Cast a spell. I use Insanity. And that's a 3, so a total 2 more boons. So 20 defense, 7 damage total.
And he goes down.
All right.
All right, so all of the Naga have been destroyed, and immediately, Blue, you hear chatter on your arm that says drones have been disabled. Move in and capture the aliens as commanded.
I'm going to reply, Lord Blue has the aliens under control. Bring in drop ship for transport.
All right. So Blue, here's what I'm going to have you do this time. I'm going to have you give me a will attack against the Reen.
All right, so it's an attack. All right, so then I am definitely going to use Moment of Clarity.
And I'll pray for him.
I'll take that. So that's 2. So will.
And this is will versus intellect. So you're attacking their intellect score.
All right, I rolled a 16.
16 hits.
All right.
All right, so you hear the Reen voice respond by your
Roger.
Roger. You youngster, you go to the prequels and I go to Battlestar Galactica. Because that's my era, okay? By your command. So
that's
anyway.
right. Mark just goes to 2 rocks talking to each other.
That's 2001 where the monolith appears.
Okay, so the dragon appears to be moving slowly towards you, and as it does, the image of the dragon disappears, and in its place, a rather different image appears, and it is rather larger than the dragon was.
Holy shit.
And it slowly moves over the island, and a hatch opens beneath the ship, and a light shines down in a square that's close to all of you. And Blue, you hear the Reen voice say, transport is prepped for departure. Re-enter ship with the alien prisoners.
And we are scheduled for departure for the asteroid known as Avalax.
Of course.
All right, load them up.
All right,
we got
just
nowhere
steps
else
into
to
the
go.
light.
Real quickly before we go there, does everybody follow? I mean, we're pretty much going to one of the end bosses.
I think so.
All right. Everybody's okay with that?
Okay.
All right, I'll jump in the light.
Okay.
I really can't
do too.
jump, I slither.
Does anybody not jump in the light? Let me put it that way.
Well, since he went in, I think it would be incredibly funny if none of us went in and the ship left.
Yeah, but I might be able to drive the ship, so.
And then you'd be stranded on an alien world.
I run in looking for Reen to attack.
Okay, so you guys all step into the light then, and you dematerialize. You reappear within the ship. Now, the ship is not as big as your other ship was. In fact, there's not a whole lot of room here for biological things to be in. It looks like it's, obviously it's made for the Reen, and they cramp themselves in. They retract their tentacles, and they go into nice little compartments that humanoids like you guys don't fit in. So you kind of appear in there.
Are you sure?
One of you hit your head on the low ceiling that you're in, that you appear next to, and you can see that there is a line of Reen on both sides of you, and then there are 2 Reen up front that appear to be piloting the ship, and all the Reen that are lined up in their little compartments around you, their central red eye is off. It's black, dark. The only ones that appear to be active are the 2 pilots, and the pilot heads turn around until the eye looks at you guys and scans you and says, "Prisoners have been boarded. Prepare for takeoff. Waiting for command.
Go, go, go.
Waiting.
Go, go, go. Go, go, go.
All right, so they. Did you bring your little monster along, T-Bot, or is he staying behind?
He'll stay behind.
Okay. So the ship does its little turn and it kind of points its way upward, and then boom, it fires up into the atmosphere. And you guys don't really feel a thing because of the inertial dampeners that are in the ship, of course. And it fires off the planet and directly into space. And as you guys are looking, there's kind of a viewport in front, a digital one, just like your old ship that's now dead used to have. And
bring that up again.
You can see, on one part of the display, a map comes up, and it's a map that shows the solar system. And then it's got, it's got the concentric circles, and it's got the various planets in their positions. And then it looks like they're plotting coordinates to where the asteroid is. And it looks like the asteroid is situated currently right there. So it looks like it's situated between the planet Depth and the next planet down, which is Earth. But it's still a good distance away. So the next thing you see on the view screen is, I'm not going to be original here. I don't have time to come up with an original faster than light special effects. So the old Star Wars stars zooming past you special effect happens, and boom, you guys take off into hyperspace, or whatever the Reen used to traverse great distances. And so you got that whole weird tunnel effect going in the view screen. I would need for each of you give me a will challenge roll, or you're freaking out at what you're seeing here, and you might take a point of insanity.
I like those.
I'm good.
I passed, unfortunately.
Warvon never afraid of anything.
Not anymore. Not when I've seen the devil.
Travelbot is not so fortunate, however. You blow a memory chip and you gain a point of sanity. Okay, so you guys are just kind of standing around looking, and the ship is it looks really mechanical. There's no seats. There's mechanical floors. Lots of sharp objects pointing out everywhere. Lots of machine parts pointing out. You're constantly bumping into things, and it is just not it's just not built for biological creatures. But you make the most of it, and you're not waiting too long. Maybe a couple of hours pass as you guys are zooming through hyperspace before the starfield zooms back from its Star Trek or Star Wars special effect back to a normal starfield, and this is what you see when you emerge from hyperspace. And your guys' ship is much smaller than the one that's there. There is another ship that seems to be orbiting the asteroid, and you see it at a distance, but you can tell even at a distance that this ship is much larger than yours. So whereas it takes up multiple squares, your ship takes up just one tiny square. So you guys are here out of hyperspace, like say around here. And you instantly hear the Reen hailing the larger ship. Blue.
All right, I am. I go. I'm doing that nonstop.
Okay, and you hear the Reen say, "Switch channels. We have interference on that channel."
I'm jumping with them wherever they're going. And
Okay, and if the Reen could get annoyed, you might sense it, but they don't. They just keep switching channels, and every time they switch a channel, they're trying. They seem to be trying to connect. And Blue, give me an intellect challenge roll.
I can do those things. I will throw some insanity at it in order to get a boon. 16.
All right, very good. You can see the message that's on deck that they're trying to relay to the larger ship, and the message is inform Lord Cronus that the prisoners or the alien biological entities have been delivered. Where do you want them, basically? So that's the message that's on deck.
All right, so I'm going to repeat that message. I'm going to actually say it and say, please advise Lord Kronos that the alien creatures will be waiting for him on the surface of the asteroid.
And the voice responds, Lord Kronos has given coordinates. Would you like those transmitted to you?
I lost you at coordinates.
He said that the robotic response is that Lord Cronus has provided coordinates to his current location on the surface of the asteroid. Would you like those coordinates?
Yes.
All right. And then you hear a bunch of weird numbers and sounds transmitted through your arm to you. You have no idea what it means.
Do we have anybody who uses bombs in this group? Or is that guy dead?
That guy's dead.
Dang it.
Actually, Mark's character uses guns, so maybe he uses bombs too. Who knows?
I don't remember. I think it was one of his in-between guys. I don't remember.
Maybe the dwarf who died.
Might be. So real quick, what do we think our chances of breathing on the surface of the asteroid are?
It looks pretty barren. You're thinking it's probably not too hospitable, but give me a perception challenge roll.
I will throw insanity at it also. There you go.
Okay. As soon as you think that, you get a response coming from your arm that says minimal atmosphere, frigid temperatures, survivable for short periods of time for the biological units.
Okay. Well, let's land this vessel at the coordinates described.
Is this an asteroid or is this the guy's head we were looking for?
Yes. It is an asteroid made out of the guy's head.
Head roids.
Okay, so do you tell the pilots to take you down to those coordinates?
I do, and then I'm going to try and see if I can remember how long I thought it would take to read the part of the book that I need to resurrect this guy.
It's a ritual, so it would take a significant amount of time. Even though the book helps you along, it would probably, you're thinking it'd probably take you a couple hours.
Okay. Then we'll go down and kill Kronos first.
Okay. So the ship takes you down.
Or you can start the ritual and then we can hold them off the reins as they try to enter the ship one at a time.
How long do you think we'll be able to hover up here?
They seem pretty persistent with trying to deliver the message to Lord Kronos. So even if you wanted to stay up here, you're going to be constantly trying to stop them from telling Lord Kronos that you're here. So
that's what I said. I can kill them.
Kill who? The pilots?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not the ones that are doing the transmitting, though. That's coming from the mothership.
Yeah, I don't think we can take the mothership.
Yeah, but we can take this ship and then land. May take them a little while to find us while we conduct the ritual.
You want to do that?
I don't know.
Unless you could think we can take on an army of Reens with Kronos.
I don't think we're going to take on the army. I think we're just going to go kick his ass, and then the Green are going to run away and hide.
I don't think robots run away and hide.
That's probably true.
He's hoping this will be.
You ever see a Cylon run away and hide? No.
I've seen like droids run away and hide.
Sure, now you go to Cylons.
I can go either or. I have the original series.
It goes both ways, don't you know that?
Yeah. Well, my Cylon are dudes in stupid suits. Your Cylon are CGI.
Nope, I got the original series in DVD.
All right. Well, I like you more, Steve. You're my kind of nerd.
I wasn't a fan of the newer one. The newer one was too serious.
I like the new one so much. But that's just me. All right, so.
All right, so land the ship or stay up here?
All right, so what did the ship tell me? The ship told me that I needed to find the head. Did it say I needed to like touch it or be holding it for part of the ritual or just find it? Or do I remember?
Yeah, you remember. It said that you needed to do the ritual on the surface of the head.
All right, so we got to be on the surface either way.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yay.
So I'm thinking if we kill the pilots, take the ship, land somewhere and hide, that would give us a little bit of time for them to try to find us while we conduct the ritual.
All right. So let's. How does it look like the Reen are plugged into to drive the ship? Does it look like they're kind of jammed into a control hole or something? Or
yeah, pretty much. There's a compartment that they plug into. Essentially, they rest their body into it, and then their tentacles go into various ports on the side to control, all the aspects of the ship.
All right.
You could yank them out of their port and sit in their little spot if you absolutely had to.
That's the plot thing. All right. So I'm going to tell them to start the descent. And when I say that, I nod at Baranora to which basically I want them to get it in motion. And as they're occupied, he beats the shit out of them.
Yeah, I'm more than happy to do that.
Okay. So you do that, and the ship goes down, starting the descent to the coordinates provided. And how far do you let the ship go down before you?
I just want it turned in the right direction.
You broke up a little bit there, Dan.
Because I want to be able to know which way is the other way to actually go.
Yeah, he's going to wait till they start going towards that direction. Then I'm going to kill them, and then we're going to go the opposite
We're going to turn and go the other way.
Gotcha. Okay, so they seem to be headed in a direction that will take you down to, it looks like this part of the asteroid. Are you seeing my ping?
Yeah.
Yeah, where's I'm seeing it?
So
the forehead.
The forehead.
All
so
right.
the ship starts heading in that direction.
All right, let's smash some Reen.
I will attack the Reen while they're busy
You don't even
driving.
have to roll. These guys are so plugged into the ship that they have no way of defending themselves. So you basically just jab your weapon into into their domes, and they're short-circuited pretty easily. But as soon as they do that, the ship goes wildly out of control and starts spinning. What do you do?
I just jam my Reen arm into it and try and read what's going on.
Okay.
As I'm yanking their body parts out of it so he can fit in.
All right. All right. So what are the rest of you guys doing as these two are causing your
Praying real hard.
Brace for impact. Brace.
Okay.
You guys should start killing the Reens inside the pockets in the other areas before they start turning on.
Yeah, so T-Bot, he kind of comes up behind you guys, and he starts sprouting all these branches and he encompasses you all in a cocoon, and he says, "We are Groot."
You got to wake T-Bot up first.
Okay, no, that didn't happen. So, you guys, all right, so Barnor goes up there. He jabs his weapons into their domes. They short circuit rather easily. You yank them out of their pilot seats. The ship starts going haywire. And then Barnor puts your hand, you stick your hand up there, and you're like, okay, go hand, go. Do your thing. And as soon as you think pilot the ship, then your hand begins to morph into a tentacle, actually several tentacles, and it shoots off into various ports. And then you actually start to feel the ship like it's part of your body, and you can instinctively tell it, kind of where to go. So your immediate reaction is stabilize. So while it was spinning out of control, as soon as you get it under your control, your immediate thought is stabilize. So the ship stops spinning. Various thrusters go off in response to your command, and then it stabilizes again. But it's still heading in that at that same general area. So where would you like to tell the ship to go?
All right, do you see my path that I drew with the ruler?
Yep.
All right, so there's an ear hole down there somewhere near where the arrow pointer is.
Yep.
And I would like to land inside the far side ear hole.
Okay. No problem. You manage to get the ship flying in that direction. It takes you a little bit of practice getting the ship to fire the right thrusters in the right direction to get it to fly around the head, but you're not in any time crunch here. You are kind of nervously, Barnor, you're looking kind of back at the other reins to make sure that they're not activating, but their eyes are still dark. And you manage to get the ship over to that ear. You going to land inside of it?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so the ship lands or flies into the ear. And it doesn't go far before it looks like the space becomes pretty small. So how far into the head are you wanting to go?
Just enough to go in and land.
That's no ear. That's a...
Okay. All right, then. So the you get in there, the ear canal, just far enough to find a nice stable, flat plane that you can land the ship on. And settle down. You see some dust kind of billowing off the landing space that you chose, and the ship settles down. Go.
All right, so I think we're going to do whatever the thing had told us to do so we can breathe. And then I think that we should take myself, Forvon, and T-Bot, and all three of us run this ritual while the other two keep us. Can't just kill one of us and end the ritual.
Okay, so that's the plan. Let's do this. I need to take a quick restroom break, so let's take 5, and we will pick it up when we get back.
Does anybody think that plan is bad? You can keep going.
All right.
Or do you think we should have like 3 or 4 people on guard?
Well, if you guys want, technically speaking, I still have the suit.
Yeah.
I never took it off.
That thing's got to be like chewed through. You've been crapping in it for 3 months.
No, I can see her taking it off and cleaning it and repairing it as we go, but
yeah, that's true.
I never officially took it off when we left the ship, so I still have the suit.
Yeah.
So I have no problem hanging out outside and attacking anything that comes. That's what I'm good at.
We could do something.
Indeed.
We just got to make sure we destroy all these reins inside the ship so we're not getting attacked from behind.
Yeah, but we should be able to walk through and stab each one of them in the face. I mean, while they're inert, we should be able to do that, I would hope.
Yeah.
I just don't know how long it's going to take him to get from the forehead down to the inside of the ear hole.
Now, before we land inside there, we got to make sure we're not landing inside something that's alive. So no shooting off any phasers or anything else like that inside of it.
Now, here's the other thing, is that he wants, obviously the bad guy that we're supposed to fight wants to run this ritual. You know what I'm saying? If the bad guy wants to do it, do we want to just do it before him? Does that make...
Well, the thing is have they said he wants to run the ritual, or does he want to destroy the book to make sure this guy can't come back alive and fix everything?
But then why would he want to meet us here if he didn't want to do the ritual? He could have just met us on depth and taken the shit from us.
To make sure we actually have the parts? I don't know. But I don't think he wants to necessarily bring this guy back from the dead. I think there's something else inside that book for a different ritual.
Okay, like if you put the two parts together, maybe he can finish changing the sun or whatever.
Yeah, I think that's what he wants to do. I think, because if you remember, this guy we're trying to resurrect wanted the other son alive.
Right. Well, that's what I was thinking all the time, and then it just hit me. It's like, why did this guy want us to come here? He could have had us go anywhere.
But I think he wants the whole ritual, the whole book to do a whole ritual. We have the part of the book just to bring this guy back.
Right.
And I think that's all we technically need to do, and then this guy should be able to take care of everything else.
All right, so I'm going to give you one more thought. So what if we were to send our little space pod off into space to look like we're flying away? We would be gambling on two things. One, that we complete the ritual and don't run out of air. And two, that the guy that we resurrect would save us from running out of air when we brought him back to life.
But what if we bring him back to life and he has runny ears?
Yeah, so we probably should keep the ship here just in case. All right.
Kill the Reens first.
Yeah, we're gonna walk. So while we're walking out of the ship, we're gonna stab all the inert Reens in the eyes until they're all not functioning.
Okay, sounds good.
That's fine. And
I know this is the stupidest question in the entire game that you'll ever hear, but I need to make a broom. Can I make a broom out of any of the shit that's in this ship, like stick, wires?
Well, you can certainly find a pole. You can find wires. So, yeah, you can make a thing that kind of resembles a broom. Not sure how effective it would be at sweeping, but I'm assuming you don't want to sweep.
Yeah.
Is he a witch, so he wants to make a flying broom?
Yeah, he is for flying.
Exactly, that's what I thought. I figured right away that's what he wanted.
Well, I would have done it a couple levels ago, but you know.
Yeah, you can certainly make a decent facsimile of a broom to serve your purposes.
Wonderful. And I know it seems weird to bring it up now, but it seems
flying. We're on an asteroid, man. You might want to fly without us.
I think T-Bob's got you covered.
Excellent.
Yeah, so I'm actually going to assume that you thought about this while you were en route. So for the last 2 hours, you've been working on...
Travelbot can just conjure you a broom.
And also, I'm going to start making a few items or holding spells for the people if they want any.
All right.
The longest one is power suit if you want a power suit.
I always want power suits.
I don't fight well in power suits.
Me either, but I think that either of the spellcasters could use power suit and an extra 100 health to a great benefit.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the first thing I'm going to do is cast it.
All right, so you're doing that. I'm starting the ritual.
Okay.
Now, does anybody else have any healing potion injectors that I can take off them for when I'm fighting outside, just in case?
I've got 4, so I'll give you 3 of them, and I'll keep 1 for myself.
Okay, because I'm at 1 left.
Yeah, I'll give you 3 more.
I've got 2 heal potions, it says. Do you want one of those?
You're going to be defending 2, so you might as well keep them.
Yeah, you might want to keep those yourself.
So who wanted the bots?
Power suit is Vorvan.
Okay, I'll get him a power suit.
Right, so yeah, I'm working my way out onto the surface of the ear and starting the ritual.
Okay, so
the ship. So they have to go through my friends, the ship, and me to get to me.
All right, so the hatch opens and you feel this blast of cold air enter, but at least it's air and it seems to be breathable, even though it's cold. And you start to emerge from the ship because you have to be on the surface of the asteroid according to the ritual for it to work. And as soon as you come out, you immediately notice that something is wrong. The reason why you notice something is wrong is, first of all, you're not in an ear. Even though the viewport or the view display screen showed you clearly flying around the asteroid and landing in the ear, you are actually you are on a plane that stretches off for miles in all directions, and you see there are craters and hills and things like that, but you're definitely not inside an ear cavity. You seem to be on the surface of the asteroid. And as you're looking around going, what the fuck? You see a figure standing several yards away from you. A rather large figure, and he appears to be in stark contrast to the whitish gray surface of the asteroid, in that his armor is bright red with some black accents that are throughout its armor. He stands fully about 5 yards tall, so about 15 feet, high. Massive armored figure standing before you, and the only reason why you know it's not a Reen is because you see this humanoid face right smack in the middle of the armor, just staring at you with intense hatred. And you hear simultaneously through your Reen arm and also just through its voice as it shouts out across the plane something to this effect. It's more menacing when it comes from him, but you can imagine better than I can perform. He says, "You have brought me the remains of the Book of Creation. I have here in my possession the other parts. You will bring me what you possess now, or you will all die and join the Reen Collective." And let me put you on a different map because this is what you're seeing.
That is a good question. While we were flying in hyperspace, did we rest or no?
Yeah, well, I'm assuming you got at least a short rest in. A rest.
Well, we're just looking for spells. Yeah, it wasn't enough for spells back and things like that.
No.
Okay.
Fair enough.
All right. So the Dreadnought says that he is going to. I'll talk through the Reen hand and out loud and say, "That's odd. I was under the impression you were bringing me the half of my book back."
He says, "Then it is a contest. Your strength against mine and the Reen Empire. Come, claim the book if you can."
So does he look like a dreadnought?
Yeah,
That's what I was gonna say. He looks like a character from 40K.
As long as he doesn't have the freaking dual autocannon, I'm okay with this fight. I'm okay with the power claw, but dual autocannon.
He doesn't look exactly like this, but he looks similar in that he's got a lot of armor, he's got tentacles coming off of him. He's definitely got weaponry. He's got one arm that's just a big ass claw. One arm appears to be a cannon of some sort. So he looks very similar to what you're seeing there, but I don't want Games Workshop calling me up and saying
you don't want Games Workshop on it.
So he's totally not a dreadnought.
So I'm going fast.
I don't think they sue people over that.
You never know. All right. Yeah. Actually, do I need to clear the board, or is this?
Should already be
Clear
clear
to me, but I don't know.
Because I see 2 blues up there. Let me get
I only see one.
Well, I'm only one. As long as they're both fast, I don't care.
Okay, see 2 fast T-bots. Why am I saying 2? That's weird. I see 2 Zoros, 1 fast and 1 slow. Which one do you want to keep, Zoro?
I want to keep the slow.
Fast.
The slow?
Please.
Okay, who else? There's actually 3 Zoros in there. That's weird. I see 2 Vorvons, 1 slow and 1 fast. Which one do you want to keep?
No, it's the slow one.
It's weird you got rid of mine.
No, I don't see you.
I see 2. Yeah, sorry. I must have gotten rid of T-bot accidentally. Barnor, I see slow and slow, so you're going slow, yes?
Yes.
All right. And T-bot, you're going fast?
Yes.
All right. So then Lord Cronus will go. He will go when he goes. Hold on. Let's see what the dude can do. All right, he's going to go fast. So you guys go first. Who wants to lead us off?
So I'm going to do all the spells. So let's start off this party with Velocity. So he has a Bane to attack me, as does everybody, because I'm moving so fast. I get to 2 triggered per turn, and I can move during the fast phase, and I reset my action.
What is a affliction that gives a Bane? Impaired?
And I'm going to Meteoric Assault.
Frightened does.
What's that?
Poison does.
Well, that'll affect all of his attacks against you guys too. So I'll just have to remember he's got a Bane against blue.
I'll put it on mine. I'll put a little blue circle with however many Banes I stack up because I'm hoping there's going to move more than one.
Okay. Well, just remind me in case I forget, because I will.
All right. I'm going to use Insanity boost on this roll if I fail. 23 defense.
That is a hit.
All right. 12 damage with a... With what rank? A rank 2 spell. So it's fuck you. Additional 3 damage.
Okay. You take a little chunk off his armor.
You gotta get Avalanche written down. Alright, so after I attack with that, I get to use spell fighting and I can cast a spell. And I'm going to cast Strike the Soul. And I'm going to hit him. That is a 10 defense. I am going to, that's with 5 boons, that's a 10 defense.
Wow.
So I'm going to use my fortune and make it a success.
Okay.
All right, and so it does 3 damage, and he makes a strength challenge roll. But the first one is, let's see here, that's a venomous bite. Yeah, so strength challenge roll. Failure means he becomes poisoned.
Now, he doesn't have any banes for the strength challenge.
Assuming
Right?
Not yet. All right, he's okay. Strike the soul. If he has, if he is living and made of flesh and blood, which I'm assuming he's not anymore, or is he partly flesh and blood?
He's got flesh and blood bits, so I'll say he's got enough to affect whatever it is that you're going to do.
He's impaired for 1 round, and he gains 1 insanity. So gaining that insanity will also make him frightened for a number of rounds equal to his insanity total.
Okay.
Into being impaired.
Yeah, he's impaired, but the insanity, he is
ignores it.
He ignores it, sadly, because the process of making him part Reen pretty much made him not immune to that. So, but he is impaired.
Triggered action, I'm going to use Invoke the Cosmic Egg on myself to start that up.
So is he considered frightened or no?
No.
No, he's not frightened.
Oops. And I am going to use Holy Radiance.
Darn.
Holy Light that also, if he is... No one in our group can be frightened. We all make resist rolls with +1 boon. As a devil, demon, fairy, spirit, or undead, he would be impaired, but I don't think he's any of those.
None of the above. However, he is horrifying, and I forgot to have you guys do your will challenge roll. So, Blue, since you already did what you did, I'm not going to have you redo it all.
All right.
But
cool. I was just saying, I would have just got rid of it all.
Will challenge rolls, or else you will be horrified.
Yeah. If you guys get inside this yellow light, it'll knock it off of you.
All right.
I'm not worried about it. I'm nuts.
You guys appear to be good to go anyway, but I believe you still gain a point of insanity regardless of whether you save or not. All right. Blue, you got a lot out there. What else you got? Anything?
That's all.
You're good?
Do we gain an insanity or no?
You do gain an insanity if you... for horrifying, you gain an insanity regardless. The failure of the save is to see if you're frightened, which I believe Blue took care of anyway once you get in the circle.
Because the insanity thing is really, really vital to my character.
Okay, hold on. Here's horrifying. A creature, blah, 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 blah. It makes the will challenge roll. On a failure, the creature gains 1 insanity or 1d3 insanity if it is already frightened. Once the creature makes this roll, whether it succeeds or fails, it cannot be affected by this trait again. Regardless of the challenge roll, creatures that lack the frightening or horrifying trait make it... Okay, so you don't gain insanity. I was remembering the wrong thing. However, attack rolls against horrifying creatures are made with 1 bane. So any attacks you make against this dude, since he's horrifying, is made with 1 bane. Unless you have the horrifying trait yourself. Okay. That was a mouthful. That was Blue's turn. We got 2 more fast turns. One of them is mine. So T-Bot, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to cast Mega Spell. So guess who needs a little deal to know what the huge monster can do?
You don't have the monster. All right, let me find huge. Okay, there's huge. Let me put him in your journal. All right, and then let me find a suitable huge monster. Oh, roll 20, you're so predictable. You're starting to slow down on me. All right. Let's see, huge monster. Let's just throw this guy out there. Come on. All right, and let me give you control of him so that you can move him about.
And I think he's 4x4, isn't he?
Yeah, I'll resize him here in a second. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Shit.
Looks like a bullet.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
I knew we had a T-Bot for a reason, more than just cooking me food.
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
I don't know if Rob could say the same thing, but I know that it's ironic that this character is more useful than the one that I started out with in this game.
I still like my pixie.
Yeah, I got you. But this robot you got is pretty damn awesome.
My pixie would have been pretty amazing at this point, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I had plans for my pixie. I had to adjust my plans for my pixie.
But I had to lay him down in the dirt.
Well, no, I had revised plans for my pixie, and then I lost the pixie before my revised plan.
All right, so since you conjured the monster in the fast turn, unfortunately he does not get to chomp on Mr. Cronus just quite yet, but he is
It's
quite
the other
the
way
imposing
around.
figure.
I think they only can go in the fast. Isn't that what it is?
That's not how.
Yeah, I think compelled have to go fast. Did we do it the other way last time?
The way we've been doing it is that if
I
he
don't know.
summons them in the fast turn, they can't go. If he summons them in the slow turn, then they can take their turn.
Well, okay. All right. I think we've been backwards then, but let's keep it consistent.
Okay, so T-Bot, you got anything else?
I think I'm happy with that.
All right. All right, Lord Cronus's turn. He is going to... He brings up his cannon, and he is going to spray out a gout of flame from it. Let's see how long. 6-yard long cone originating from a point he can reach.
Wow.
Right, so basically from there, he's going to get both blue and the big monster dude. And so you both need to make an agility challenge roll. If you fail, then you will take the damage listed. If you succeed, then you take half. And that is a shitty roll for as many dice as he's rolling.
Sorry, I'm writing down a couple. Make sure I got the ranks and how many castings I've got. All right, so you said agility. I'm going to throw some insanity at it, and I'm also going to sacrifice a rank 0 spell to get an additional boon. So that is 2 boons. 14 success. Let's get rid of that one. All right. So half. So I take 6.
All right, and Mr. Monster, sadly, you take the full brunt of the pathetic flame spray he just did, and suffers 12 damage. All right, that was
12's not a lot of damage for a 5d6.
I know, right? Okay, so that was last of the fast turns. Now slow turns go. Vorvon, Baranora, and Zora. Who wants to go next?
Vorvon, do you want to do anything?
Yeah, I'm going to cast one. Try to.
All right, do your thing. I just need to go before Baranora goes.
Why? I'm not insane yet.
Yeah.
No, it's to help you. I just need to do it while you're close by.
Okay, let me do this then to the big guy.
And are you inside a power suit there, Vorvon?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, cast Hemorrhage on him.
Okay. 15 damage.
As I did 19 strength.
19 does hit.
Yeah, 15, and he's bleeding as well.
Okay. All right. That was Vorvon's slow turn. Who's next?
Zorro, go ahead and go. I'm going to do this with Baranora. I'm going to use my action to forge a bond within short range with the creature that can hear me and see me. So this will be Baranora. And if she's willing, which hopefully she will be, we become connected until we die. Until the effect ends, we make all perception rolls with a boon when we're within medium range of each other. Whenever you or the target heals damage, the other heals half the damage provided you are within medium range. And finally, I can make an action to cause an image of the target to appear on a reflective surface. So,
all right.
Really,
yeah, the best part is you two get to share healing potions now.
Yeah.
So I just needed to do that before you got out of get a room. I just needed to do that before she got out of range. So that will be my action.
Okay.
Now you can still move, right? Yeah.
Yeah. But I can't fly yet, so I'm going to go. The rocks to the north of us are what I'm calling the north here on the map.
Yep.
Is that terrain that I got to climb, or is that stuff that I can move over?
Starting with this row of rocks, anything beyond it, upward, is difficult terrain. So it doubles your movement cost through those squares.
Okay.
If you're on the ground, obviously, if you're flying, you're not affected by it.
Well, my plan is just to go to here for now, and then once I'm able to start flying, I'll let you know.
Hey, Mark, remember that you want to get into the yellow circle that I put out there, because if not, you're going to be frightened from him being horrifying. The big yellow.
Every time?
Yeah, like he's horrifying constantly.
Okay, so what you're saying is I should have moved like here?
Yep.
So does this get rid of the bane from him being frightened, or
no? The horrifying bane and the frightening are all separate. We just have a bane because he's a badass.
Okay. Understood. How far up does it go?
How far up do these cliffs go?
No, how far up does his circle of whiteness go? Like, if I start flying, will I go up out of it, and then he's horrifying to me again?
Is it a cylinder, or is it a dome, or what is it? A plane? You don't know, do you?
Where are we at? I'm sorry.
He's asking your circle of protection. If he flies up, is he still in it? Is it three-dimensional?
Oh, that's a good question. Let's
Thank
see
you.
what it says.
I wrote it myself.
Is it a cylinder? Is it a sphere, hemisphere?
I gotta find the button to click.
Because if it's a hemisphere, then every square you go up, you have to go in order to stay inside.
Right.
It's out from a point a number of yards, so it's going to go up, down, and everywhere. So it's a circle, a sphere around me.
Great.
So as long as you don't fly more than 10 high, you should be okay.
All right.
You know, and then of course, if you're on the edge, you won't get the full 10 height because there's angles and bullshit that I'm not going to calculate.
Yeah, no, I understand. But it gives me a good understanding of where I should be. All I want to do is flank this guy from the air anyway, so, but still be within the globe.
Yeah.
So.
Right on.
But I still have a triggered action, which I'm holding on to, so I'm done with my turn. Thank you.
Okay. Barnora, I see you moving. What
I'm going to get to right here with my movement, and then I'm going to charge the guy.
Okay.
$17 hit him.
Mini Hulk smash, but you missed this time.
All right.
Just barely. Your blade scraped up against his armor, but did not penetrate.
Cool, I'm done.
All right. End of round. First thing that happens is he takes a d6 from bleeding. Do you want me to roll it, or do you want to roll it, Vorvon?
No, go ahead.
Did you say you're rolling it?
Oh, no. Yeah, okay, I'll do it. I was going to let you do it, but I'll do it.
Hey, your spell.
It is.
I'm not going to take that fun away from you. All right, so he takes 3 damage, and then you see the wound that you created heal itself up as he removes 1 affliction from himself.
All right, so he's going to remove the bleeding.
Well, actually, he can. Let me back up.
I do have him. He's got 1.
He makes an intelligence challenge roll to stop the bleeding. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah. I think that's is that an action though?
I think it's an action.
Yeah, I think he hasn't spent an action to do it.
Target bleeds and continues bleeding until healed, or makes an intelligence challenge roll to stop the bleeding. So yeah, he's going to bleeding.
All right, so that'll keep him impaired for next round, which is good for us.
All right, and then he does this.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets that many actions next round. So let's get you guys back up on the board. Whoa, that looks busy. Shit. All right, let's get this in order. There we go. All right. And Lord Cronus is going to take advantage of the fact that he can use any of his actions before his enemy's act. So he's going to use one of his actions right now, and he's going to do a massive attack. The monster, Baranora, and Blue need to make an agility challenge roll with 2 Banes, or you take 19 damage. If you succeed, you will take half.
May I ask a question real quick?
Ask away.
This guidance here, that doesn't count towards a challenge roll, does it?
Yep, it does. It's only challenge rolls, not attack rolls.
All right, so I can use this for one of them, is that correct? Since I still had a triggered action before we...
This is a new round, so you have a triggered action in the new round.
Yep.
Gotcha, so it's not like I can pull it from last round. Well, I'm going to use guidance on... I guess let's do it on Baranora.
I passed mine, so don't know what that's going to do.
If you throw it on the monster, it'll get rid of the 2 Banes, and the monster will pass.
All right, I didn't know I could do it like that, like onto a monster.
Yeah, it's an allied monster.
That's a great name, allied monster.
You can tell because he's got a...
All right, if you'll let me use the guidance on his monster, which is a sentence I never thought I'd utter. Yeah, two boons for the monster.
All right, so then the monster should be good because he had a 6 in one of his Banes there. So
okay. Saving still take half damage, so that would be 9 points. And that's Lord Cronus' first.
And Baranora got hit, so she goes berserk.
Right.
Tells me what I'm doing. Can I go fast? Or is
Kronos depends on how much Kronos wants to go.
Yeah, whoever's fast, go.
All right, so I am going to click this button here. During the fast phase, I can move, and this little monster is bigger than me, so I'm going to go underneath its legs. So you're going to have to move into the thing again, Zora, on your turn.
I'll do that.
I'm moving away from Baranora ever so slightly. And then after that move, I will... Let's just go ahead and use improved spell recovery. I regain 2 spells, one of which is lightning. It's a rank 5. And then I'll gain back Meteor Strike. No, I'm going to, gain back Meteor Strike, which is a 3. And I'll heal 2. All right, after I cast a spell using spell fighting. Oh, it's the other way around. All right. I did not attack, so I am done. I do have 2. I still have 1 triggered action I can use.
Okay.
You know, I think I'm going to go ahead and use it. I'm going to use Steely Defense as a triggered action. So for 1 minute, I take half damage from weapons.
Steely Dan? Okay.
I got it. I'm old.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I got it. It's a band for old. It's a band for old people. I know.
I think we were all concentrating on other things, so we weren't fully listening.
All right. Sure. Okay. Blue is done for now.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm done.
Take him off, and then Lord Cronus is going to go ahead and use his next action because he can. And he's going to launch a firebolt.
Dude likes the fire.
Fire.
You would think a creature that's all electronics would be not a fan of fire.
Yeah, you would think. Okay, so he launches a firebolt, and it is targeted at T-Bot. T-Bot, that is a roll of 20 against your defense.
He does
T-Bot?
Yeah.
Is that including his one boon?
Is it
One bane from impaired?
Yeah, I've got the impaired selected on the character sheet, so it should be included in the
Yeah,
in the
perfect.
roll.
So we're talking T-Bot.
T-Bot.
Yeah, like you.
Okay, I don't know what sparked that, but fine. I get hit, and how much damage?
It's only 8.
Well, you can make a challenge roll, an agility challenge roll.
Doesn't say it.
Oh, I thought you could.
No, because he targeted him. He had to roll to hit. When you roll to hit, you don't get the dodge.
No, but once it hits you, it explodes, and everybody within 5 yards. I can't see T-Bot. Hold on, I gotta put this to the back. There we go. All right. So unfortunately, that is only affecting Vorvon. So Vorvon, you also take the damage listed unless you succeed on an agility challenge roll. I didn't put that in the description.
I don't know. It's unfortunate.
So do I get an agility challenge roll too, or just him?
No, he hit you.
Yeah, he rolled to hit you, so you don't get to dodge, but the explosion Vorvon can dodge.
Wait, try to do that.
And his giant mech.
Yeah, giant power suit. Yeah, remember the power suit absorbs 100 health before you take anything.
Yeah, I know.
I don't. Is it 100? I didn't think it was that much.
It is. I just
No, it's not 100. I know it's the 6 damage first.
It's a large construct, I think.
Okay, Vorvon, so you also take the 8 damage. And that was it for Cronus's second action. He's got one more left that you know of. So who wants to go next? We got Barnor, we got Big Monster.
Yeah, I rolled a nat 20, so it gives me 25. Does that beat it by 5?
Yes, it does.
So he's got to make a strength challenge roll or fall prone.
He's immune to prone, so he's not going to fall prone, but just for shits and grins. You see him make his strength challenge roll, and all these tentacles pop out of his suit to prevent him from knocked over. So he's got like a built-in anti-prone response in his armor.
All right. He still takes 36.
Yeah, he do. All right. He's got a few scratches in his armor, but he's still looking pretty healthy.
And I stabbed him right in the butt because he wasn't looking at me.
All right, who's next?
That would
I
be
think it's
Monster.
the bullet's turn.
Oulé, he's French.
Oh yeah, my guy. I had him ready to go, and then it was like, oh, he shot T-Bot.
Warrior plans being changed on the fly, huh?
Don't know. Looks impressive.
Yeah, but it's a miss, I think.
Yeah, slightly, just a slight miss, scrapes up against his armor, but does not penetrate. So he managed. I guess he's clawing him at this point. You see scratches go across his armor, but not good enough to get any meat. So thank you. Come again. And for the last part of the fast turn, Lord Cronus is going to go once again. And he's going to go ahead and do his massive attack. And he pathetic
Roll
again.
slow
Good
again.
God.
I advise you all to refrain from taunting him.
All right.
I take the full 11.
You're reeling now, aren't you?
Oh yeah, I'm scared.
I take the full amount, but I'm only taking half damage from weapons, so I take half anyway.
Good deal. So that was his last turn for the round. Vorvan and Zoro, you guys are up on your slow turns.
Go for it.
I think we need to separate here.
Oh shit, that's right. I missed my last attack. I got to roll a sanity.
So I'll get out of blast range here. I'll try to make him bleed again.
Gained 1. Five of 9 insanity. I'm still good right now.
Yeah, you're fine. You're not even double. Oh wait, you can't go to double digits like some of us.
No.
I don't even know where I'm at. I healed a bunch last time, so I don't think I'm in bad shape.
Vorvan, that is insufficient to defeat his strength.
8 out of 15.
Yeah, you got a long way. Some of us who can only go up to 9 aren't so lucky.
I can actually go to 19, but the wisdom is 15 plus 4 soul spells, so I got a long way to go.
All right, Vorvan, you are in an unstable region. I need for you to give me an agility challenge roll with 2 banes as a fissure opens up beneath you.
Oh, shit.
Wait, what kind of challenge?
2 banes, agility challenge roll.
Have you used your guidance yet?
Yeah, this round. They counted it.
Yeah, used it on the first attack for the monster. Yep.
Sorry.
Oh, that's a low number.
That's why you don't crawl around inside people's ears.
Well said.
Oh, shit.
All right, Vorvan, you go tumbling into this fissure and you drop a D10 yards. So hope for a low roll. Nope, 6 yards. So what's falling damage on 6 yards? Anybody know off the top of your head?
No.
I know there's a chart. Here it is. It's on the screen. All right, 5 to 9 yards is 2d6 damage. So
Man, the guy who made that screen kicks ass.
yeah, it does.
Best screen ever.
All right, Vorvan, you take 6 damage from the fall, and you are on a ledge that is 6 yards down.
Except for the far right side of the screen is the only bad part.
Okay, and that was it for Vorvan. Zoro, have you gone yet?
No, I'm waiting.
All right, you're up.
All right. So this time my action will be this. To go ahead and make that a flying broom, and I will spend an oak hide to do that. So it'll last for 5 hours.
Okay.
And then my intention is to fly to here. Will this still put me in the, or do I need to be farther down to still be in the circle of love?
How high up are you? Oh, you're up on the cliff.
If it depends, I would not have gone up there had I known or had. Look, I mean, if I'm looking up there and can tell I'm not going to still be in the bubble, I don't intend to go that high.
You don't fly outside of the light.
Yeah, I don't feel like doing any math foo, so as long as you're in the yellow circle, we'll call it good.
GM after my own heart.
Well, and then that's my turn.
All right, very good. We're at the end of the round. Anybody have any end of round things except for him?
No,
have I gone as T-Bot?
No, you went as a rogue. You just went as a monster. You did not do T-Bot.
No.
Okay. Well, I'll go in slow then, since I'm now in slow. And I'm going to cast Fly on myself.
All right.
And then I'm going to move over to this fissure. I'm assuming he can't get out of the fissure.
I don't know. Vorvon, can you turn into a bat yet?
Can't do this.
He's not that kind of vampire.
Oh, well, that sucks.
Even if he could, he can't take the suit with him.
Yeah, I don't think
I'm going to fly over in the
suit.
So I'm going to fly over and down to the fissure is my final action.
All right. You can't say go gadget boot jets.
Go gadget.
Oh, I could.
You can if you use there's a new technomancy spell in occult philosophy that lets you build boots that allow you to Jafar or kick somebody in the face really hard.
Awesome.
I haven't made anybody go Power Rangers when activating the power suit, so.
All right, end of round, he's going to do Epic Recovery and get rid of that impaired. And then for next round, he is going to have 2 actions.
All right, so the only thing that he has now is he has a Bane to attack me directly, and that's it. All the other stuff. Yeah. And I've already lowered all of my numbers by 1. So it's initiative.
All these crazy extra numbers. I just swing at things.
That's what I did with the last character. This one I went high tech on this guy.
That's you good.
It's funny, in my Tuesday night D&D game, I started with a sorcerer, and she died, so I wanted to switch to something I've never played before, so I went to Barbarian.
Good choice.
Much easier.
When killed your sorcerer.
If you went Dwarf Barbarian, you could have gone, what's that one with the Sword Coast Adventure Guide? Dwarf Barbarian, that would have been a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
that one. What killed your sorceress?
It was a bandit captain. We're pretty low level, so it was a bandit captain, and for some reason, my backup ran away, leaving me face to face with the bandit captain. And a second level sorceress doesn't have that many hit points, so one swing and I was out.
Oh wow!
So yeah.
All right.
Let's put
Is
this
he
in
going to
order.
go before us?
Yes, he is going to use one of his attacks to go first, and he is going to massive attack again. So anybody within reach is going to need to make an agility challenge roll with 2 Banes or take 19 damage on a fail.
He's got to designate. Since I moved, it's either going to be Baranora and the monster or me and the monster.
Why?
Because it says it's a cube 3 yards on each side.
Within a cube. Oh yeah, you're right. Within a cube. Okay, so yeah.
I was just reading your thing.
It's going to be Baranora and the monster. No offense, Blue, but Baranora hits harder than you do.
I agree completely.
You hit like a little girl.
I do. I just hit a lot.
And I pass with a 18 minus 6 plus 3. So, yeah, I'm good.
All right. And that was his first turn, so you may proceed with the fast turns. Vorvon, Monster, or Blue, or T-Bot, or... Shit. Okay, everybody except Zoro.
I'm going to hit like a girl with an augmented attack. That is an 18 defense.
That's what you need, my friend.
All right, and then I'm going to Divine Smite with my rank 5 spell for an additional 21 damage, so he takes 26.
All right.
Nice.
All right, and then since I cast a spell, I'm going to go ahead and attack from spell attacking bullshit adept stuff, and we will make a mighty attack. And we will do that with our Reen Claw. 24 to attack, which we will Divine Smite with a rank 4 spell. And he'll take a total of 26 from that hit. And he can suck my weak attacks.
Sounds like someone felt offended.
No, I just was building up. I had to get both of those spells back last round after he hurt me. I had used them on the previous fight.
Yeah, that was impressive. He has a newfound respect for Blue.
All right, now I got to mark all that shit down. And I've got 2 triggers and I can move this round. So I'm actually going to still move, but just around the circle here a little bit more. There we go.
All right. That was Blue's turn. Who's next?
Oh, the creature's not going to spend his next turn?
There he goes. Oh, sadness. That misses again.
And then, in my fast, T-Bot's going to cast Bestow Flight on the construct, I guess, for that Vorvon is riding in.
Okay. All right, so that was T-Bot's turn. Vorvon, you're up. Or Bernard.
I'll fly. Get out of here.
What do you say, Vorvon?
I'm flying away. Flying out of the crevice and away from,
Okay.
Just flying away.
Well, if he wants to use area effect on him.
I attack then. And I failed horribly with a 1.
Wow. First time ever, I think. All right, so that was... where are you? Oh, here you are. That was Baranora. And for his last fast turn, he is going to do another massive attack.
Ooh, that gives me 8 of 9 insanity.
On the monster and Baranora again. Give me agility challenge rolls for 18 damage, half for on a success.
It's a agility challenge with 2 Banes. You don't forget those.
Yes.
And I passed with a 10.
All right,
This is what happens when I don't use my normal dice.
All right, that was last fast turn, and now we have Zoro. Flying on his broom. That doesn't look silly or anything.
It's a space broom.
A grown man flying on a broom.
That
I just assume he's wearing a black pointy hat, too.
I have a green nose.
He's got to have the witch robes, too.
Yeah.
And
Might as well.
So his butt's flapping in the wind.
and a
It's like
corn
It's like a really old Harry Potter.
a carrot tied to his face, tied to his nose.
That's hilarious. All right, let's.
Oh,
what the
Python
hell?
reference there.
Let's shoot the. Did you do the notes? She's got a wart. Oh.
All right,
The
Zora, what
best
you got?
really quick, the best guy in that scene is the guy with shaving cream around his face. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is attempt to shoot this this guy. Do I have Banes to shoot at this guy, or
You have one Bane to attack him.
Yeah, any type of attack.
How come you haven't turned him into a newt yet?
I missed? And now we're casting.
Yeah, don't forget you have Fortune. You have not used Fortune today, so you have Fortune if you want to use it. Since we're running low on time, I suggest you pull it out sooner than later.
I'm going to save it one more time.
All right.
If I miss next round, I'll. But I'm still casting a spell as well. We're going to hit him with this, or attempt to. I think this will be an even. I think I get a boon for the spell, and you have the bane, so it'll be evened.
Steven.
There you go. Take that, bastard.
That dice sucks. I'm getting a different dice.
26 damage, not too shabby.
What's the total? 26?
Yeah.
Yes.
Assuming that the 24 is by 5 over his agility.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, amazingly enough, dreadnoughts are not known for being agile.
I don't know. His ass can't be knocked over.
Non-dreadnoughts.
Yeah.
Totally not.
Anyway, that's my attack.
All right, nice hit, buddy. Nice hit.
All right, very good. End of round. He's going to. He has no afflictions to remove, so he's just going to. Adversary, and he rolls shitty again, so only gets 2 actions.
I'm okay with that.
I know you are. One, two, three. Who are we missing? We're missing Monster, and we're missing T-Bot, and we're missing Vorvon. And we lost Robert.
Oh, he's back. Or not.
Technology hates us tonight. Hates me anyway.
I was.
Whoops, who do we lose now? Steve.
Damn, he never gets disconnected. He's tapped right into the web directly. He has a direct feed to his brain.
Right. All right. Who are we still missing? We're missing T-Bot, we're missing Monster, and we're missing... That's it.
That's it.
Oh, I have a question about the spell I used. Where it says there, it says that at the end it says "and catches fire." That doesn't make a end of round thing for it, does it?
Need to look up on fire. I believe he takes a d6 damage until he spends an action to put it out, but that's top of my head.
That sounds about right.
It might be less than that. It might actually just impair you until you put it out, unless it says otherwise. But it's one of those two. I don't remember.
I'll look up the spell real quick. Maybe I didn't write down.
It won't be in the spell. It'll be in the combat. It's not an affliction itself, but it's in like environmental area, like in running the game section of the book somewhere.
All right, I'm looking.
All right.
I actually gave.
Got everybody up there, so I'm going to go ahead and put it in order, and all the fast turns get to go fast after
fire ignites combustible material it touches. Objects that catch fire take 1d6 damage at the end of each round until they are destroyed or the fire is extinguished.
All right. So did he get rid of a condition at the end of the round, or did he not have any on him?
Go ahead and roll a d6 for the end of round for this round, and then he's going to remove that affliction since he didn't have anything else to remove.
Right.
I got it. All right. So I'm just rolling a miscellaneous d6.
Yep.
Nice.
5.
Sweet. All right.
All right, so I'm going to attack him with and modify it with a feat of will. And in doing so, I will attack with the Marine Claw. I don't think I can poison him. He has a huge strength. 1 Bane, 2 boons is 1 boon. That's an 18 defense.
That's what you need.
I will Divine Smite that for a rank 3 spell, so he'll take a total of 12 damage. And I will get rid of that and that. And after the attack, I will then make an attack, or I'll cast a spell. That spell is going to be Strike the Soul, wherever it is.
There it is.
Uh, 28 defense.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, for 10 damage. And I will Divine Smite it for a rank 3 spell, which is my last use of Meteoric Assault, for another 9, so a total of 19. And he does technically have to make a strength challenge roll. On a failure, he becomes poisoned. Unless he's immune, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, unfortunately, he is immune from damage from disease or poison, and from the poisoned affliction.
Then I won't sweat it. I'll just keep kicking him in the face. All right, and I'm done.
All right, very good.
Thank
you. He now respects you so much that he's going to use his fast action to do a frenzied attack instead of a massive attack. So he's going to attack Baranora and Blue. And that's what that is. And Baranora, you're going to get a claw, while Blue gets a tentacle.
I love tentacles.
I heard you love testicles, but that's another thing.
I love those two.
I love at least 2.
Yeah. Who's who? We'll never know.
Okay. All right. Looks like a hit on both of you guys, so you get to enjoy the damage listed there as the tentacles and the claws rake at you furiously. That was his first action of the round.
I'm actually going to use a triggered action to negate that damage.
All right. Good choice.
Thank you.
I use a triggered action to use a healing potion injector.
All right.
Another good choice. Mark, if you're damaged, you heal half of whatever he just healed.
Yeah, I'm not, but thanks.
Because you guys are joined at the...
So you would have healed half of 17.
Joined by the witch.
Yeah.
You feel sparkly clean now.
Oh, my goodness.
All right. Who's next?
Me, and I will hit it with 19.
19 is enough. Not by 5, though.
No, I didn't think so. 20.
Nice.
Isn't that ridiculous?
It is.
In this fight?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Well, in the 2 fight.
Yeah.
I used 4 of them in the first fight, so 19 in this fight.
Now, can I use a fortune to turn one of those D6s into a 6?
It's your fortune, my friend. Do so as you will.
Okay, if I do that, he takes 42 damage.
Okay. Man, you're making my brain hurt with all this math.
You're the one who gave him all the health. You could have just given him 5 health and made it easy on the math.
All right, so hold on. Okay, so if I do that, that's that. So then that puts him at that. All right, he's looking pretty beat up. So he is going to, well, go ahead, monster.
Yeah, that's done.
All right, so Lord Cronus will then attack with his last attack for the round. And he's going to do Frenzied attack again on Blue and Baranora. And the claw this time will go to Blue, and tentacle this time will go to Baranora. So here is.
I'm not as big of a fan of tentacles as the other one.
All right. 34 does hit.
Ouch.
All right, I'll take 9.
And the tentacle misses.
All right. And that is it for Lord Cronus for this turn. Everybody else may proceed at will.
I look up to him and say, "Do you want to just hand me? Do you want to just hand me your book now, or do we have to kill you?"
You shall burn in hell, human, or whatever the fuck you are.
I'm going to look around. Who the fucking human in here? Who is he talking to?
Half human snake thing.
There's no humans here.
You said play weird shit because we're in outer space.
Right.
Yeah, you did.
All right, T-Bot, Vorvon, or Zorro, who's going to be the one to take this guy out?
Well, I attacked his Frank. Probably hit him.
21 did it.
I did 16. So.
It
16?
might not be by 5, though.
I just need to get over 20.
No, that's just a short abbreviation. That's Rob's abbreviation. All 20 plus, the symbol 20 plus, the plus sign is you got to be by 5 always.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, that's all. It's just a shorter way to write it.
All right, so Vorvon comes from behind and delivers the final death blow to Lord Cronus.
What?
Whose
Kill
armor cracks open and reveals the thing that the Terminator uses to power himself. Anyway, it explodes. And just like his Reen counterparts, his Reen parts blow up. Only his is a little bit more damaging and a little bit larger area. So in a 10-yard radius.
Can I attack Warpath?
I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, I'm going to use my...
You're unconscious after that.
I am going to use my second triggered action, and I'm going to ignore that damage.
All right.
I passed. I only take what?
And as
16,
the smoke clears,
17?
you see the broken husk of Lord Cronus, his armor shattered into many, many pieces, his pathetic, shriveled up human bits charred and spread throughout a large area. But in his clawed hand, or actually chained to his armored waist, you see the Book of Creation dangling there unharmed.
I have a question. Are you saying that with your circle there, is Zorro then in the blast radius of that thing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Make an agility challenge roll, or you get to enjoy 34 damage.
All right.
And by enjoy, I mean take it up the rear end.
So boons or banes? No, right?
Nope, just straight up.
Well, I'm going to use a fortune to pass that son bitch.
Wise decision.
So what do I take? Half of that then?
Yes, sir.
What's that? What is that?
17.
19? 17. There you go.
Somebody else who doesn't like math, yes.
Oh, I hate math. I'm awful at it. So I take 17. So,
and you gain half of 17 back.
Because he drank a potion, so you heal 8 more. You heal 8 damage. Telling you that is the best healing spell that I've never noticed before until you showed it to me. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah, it is. It's good.
But that because it takes your touch spell, so you take a bunch of life spells, you just keep touching yourself, and the tank's getting healed half every round. It's awesome.
All right, guys. You've taken out the first boss of this game, and
All right.
you did a pretty damn good job. This was a difficulty 500,
Woo-hoo.
and you guys did very well against him. So we will see how you fare against the final boss of this game, and that will be next session. And guess that'll be next week unless something comes up. But
all right.
plan on it. So, any last words before we call it a night?
Level 10.
Level 10. Let's do it. All right.
Level 10.
Sounds like a winner, guys. Good game. We'll see you all around. Be good.
All right. Have a good week.
Take care, man.
See you.